host. Ormast is not on to be able to join us tonight, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get him into some of the games in the future. Wait, maybe he is. Dude, want to duo cast? It is after 9 o'clock when he said that he would be able to do so, but he may not be able to do tonight. But anyway, Rom getting banned out, as always. The Super Tank Champion. He's got his big shield of no touchy. Don't touch me. What is that? What is the phrase? Something touch me in my... You're in the game? Why are you in the game? Ormast failed me and ran away to play in the game as a jerk. He's a little drunk. Okay. Little jerk Ormast playing instead of shoutcasting with me, leaving me to do all the work. That's okay. Rom, Yasuo, and Tristana banned. Purple team banning out the Tristana, super powerful AD champion, leaping in doing massive damage. Not oftentimes you see an AD banned, but I guess if they really don't like Tristana and they feel that she's really strong, it doesn't hurt to ban her out regardless. So it will be knocking her out as well. Yasuo being banned out from blue team. Not interested in the air walking champion of them all to have too much to say about it. Dragon Steve's chat. Network name was... I think. I'm actually gonna shut off Steam. Donate that on the side. Rengar banned out as well. I think some players on Team F.A.T, Team F.A.T, know that Snowy Devil is a very strong Rengar, so they're going to take that Rengar away, as well as take the Yasuo away. There's the Maokai ban, though, from Team Worked at 2 AM, deciding they are not interested in the super tank that we saw in the last game playing once again. Again, these games will be on YouTube as well as on my Facebook page, That Shoutcast Guy. You can find me on either of those as That Shoutcast Guy to watch the game later. And I will say, just so that you guys know, sometimes it's really good to watch the games that you played last, because you can see where you made mistakes and see where you did things right. And so it's a really huge educational tool. A lot of the LCS Championship players actually watch like a lot of the games that they play, and that way they can see what they did wrong and make sure they don't do it in the future. Sometimes when you're in the game, it's a little harder to decide that and a little harder to do that. So, Zero starting us off with the picks with the hilarious Jinx. I love her laugh. No! Oh, you made me sad. Turned it around and grabbed the Morgana support instead. I guess it's fair because it gives your team a little bit more viability for choosing AD. Not going to get countered as much, but still, so. Zero hates me, GG. No. He actually knows a little bit more about banning than you do. Don't worry. Target banning me, unfair advantage. Snowy, I think the fact that you're a diamond level player means that you should be targeted banned because you're just too OP. You should be banned. Ban Snowy Devil 2014 League of Legends. Whole team hates me. Nobody hates you. I love you. Is that helpful? I love you. I give you my loves. You went to Jared picking up the Lee Sin as Snowy Devil decides to lock into the J4, whether for himself or for a buddy of his. We'll be going in that top lane against Zephyros. Zahyperos. I always forget that. Zahyperos. In the top lane, Vi. Picking up, is going to also grab a teleport as well, so going to be able to get back to lane really quickly. Snowy Devil, just play it soft against that silver player, just for me. Pachinator also grabbing up the Jinx for the bottom lane. I do believe that Zero and Pachinator are going to switch, and that way Zero gets the AD Jinx, and that Jinx did still get picked up. I love her kit, I love her laugh, she is so adorables. Gotta love her in game. Ormas is gonna be grabbing the Thresh pick, who is not being in my Durocast tonight. Grr. Zero cheat codes. Oh, A, B, C, B, A, C, A, up, down, left, right. No, it's up, down, left, right, A, B, B, start, something. Yellow marker is going to be grabbing the Brand for the mid lane. Don't often see a Brand, so that'll be huge in this game. We'll see how it affects the team as Professor Rhino grabs the Vayne. A different AD? Maybe a mid lane AD? I don't know. We'll see. It is as if I was deciding to go jungle route instead of the top lane. And so that might be a top lane Vayne, as Spartan 234 is going to grab an Ari from the mid lane against the Brand. We'll see which one of these is better. Jake is salty. I ain't salty. Well, I don't know. Am I salty? I'm pretty... Oh, salty over Ormas. Yes, pour on the salt over Ormas because he deserves it. Apparently he decided to go drinking tonight instead of Shoutcast with me, so I don't know how I'll punish him in the future with that. But Orion Fudge grabbing the Lucian. Perfect name for the perfect champion. Got to get that Fudge champion out there. So Lucian, strong AD, no reason why not to grab him for the AD role. Go ahead and come in here and switch through, grabbing up. We've got a beautiful Ari. We have a Brand playing. We've got a +6 Galio, Gangplank, Garen, Graves, Gragas, Heimerdinger, Hecarim, Aurelia, Janet, Jarvan the Fourth is playing. Cassidy, Katarina, Kale, Kennen, Kha'Zix, Kalkma, LeBlanc, Lee Sin's playing. We do not have a Leona this game though. Lulu and Lux are not playing. Malphite, Malzahar, Maokai, Master Yi. Fortune Morgana's playing. No Nasus this game. Poppy, Quinn, Rammus, Renekton, Rengar not playing. Shyvana, Shaco, Shen, Sejuani, Science, Silver, Skarner, Soraka, Syndra, Talon. Teemo not being played. He was considered picked up and then was switched out for Jarvan the Fourth. Vayne is picked up. Vi picked up as well. So it seems out York, Zed, Ziggs, Zillion, Zyra. Hopefully that's not even close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ari, Vayne, Vi, Morgana, and Jinx is who I missed on this side. Where are you, Jinx? Jinx is not in the list. That is why I don't see the Jinx. Alright. And then we've got Jarvan the Fourth, Lee Sin, Thresh, and Lucian. So we need to go down here to the T's to grab Thresh, and we need to come up here to the L's to grab Lucian. I don't think Lucian is in the list either. Nope, he is not, and that's why. So we're missing 2 people, but that is okay. I'm going to feel bad. Bronze 5 ADC. As in that, oh, is he top lane Jinx? I don't think so. Don't think so. Jinx, the loose cannon. Switcheroo, Zap, Flame Chompers, and Super Mega Death Rocket. In these last couple of seconds, gonna run through every one of the champions real fast, as I always do, but I gotta do it really fast because I got 20 seconds left. Zero on the ADC Jinx in the bottom lane, Pachinator on the Morgana, Zephyros in that jungle vibe, Professor Rhino on the Vayne in that somewhere, and then Spartan 234 on that mid lane, Ari, Snowy Devil on the J4 top lane, you went to Jared on the jungle Lee Sin, or Master on that Thresh bottom lane support, Yellow Markers in the mid lane, Brand, and Orion Fudge on the ADC Lucian for team work at 2 a.m. Whew, glad I made it through everybody real fast. This will be the last Shoutcast game of the night. However, I will be back on tomorrow, hopefully with Orbass, being my duo partner there as well. So should be a fun time tomorrow night. Try not to miss it, because you will be sad if you do. Oop, is this a new song? We're gonna check this song out from Zero. Amp Live, Penny Nickel Dome. Oh, yeah, this is when he played before. This is acceptable. We'll play it for a short bit, and then switch back over, so. Wish I could figure out where the volume button is on this, because it is kind of loud. Oh, here it is. I found it. Mafia Jinx, great skin there from Zero. Dragon Slayer Vayne as well. Muay Thai Lee Sin. Blind beat you in the face, man. Championship Thresh, can't forget that. Higher Gun Lucian, have that skin myself. And last but not least, the Dark Forge Jarvan the Fourth. Super powerful. Coming in here, Snowy Devil. We'll see if he can keep up with the rest of Blue Team. And by that, I mean Blue Team can keep up with him, because he is super powerful. His ultimate is called Assault and Battery. Vayne is the final hour. Thresh is just called the Box. Morgana's Soul Shackles is her ultimate. We know Lee Sin's Dragon Rage ultimate. Jarvan the Fourth Cataclysm, that is his ultimate. Pyroclasm from Brand. And then last but not least, Spirit Rush from the, sorry, using a little bit of thinking there. Spirit Rush from Ari. So we're gonna put everybody in their correct positions. This music is still a little loud, so we're gonna drop it down again. Whoa, that is not what I wanted. Try and drop it down. Drop it low, low. Alright, so it looks like, as I predicted, it will be a Vayne in that top lane against Jarvan the Fourth, followed by the junglers Vi and Lee Sin. And then in the mid lane, we've got Ari and Brand lining up. ADC's Jinx and Lucian. In the bottom lane, Morgana and Thresh head to head. J4 taking his time, getting into lane, no need to rush it. Patchinator and Zero making their way already into this bottom lane. They're going to be there pretty early. Trust me, if I was playing Vayne against the J4, I would shit on him. I'm hoping you don't do the same to me. Want to have fun, fun, fun. Fun is the way to go. This is the League of Fun. No need to worry too much. We're just playing to have a good time. So, Lee Sin does look like he will be starting blue with the help of that Thresh and Lucian, as well as J4 making his way towards that top lane. So, why does he hate me? What did I do to him? Why does who hate who? I don't know what y'all talking about. Yeah, who hates you, says Jarvan the Fourth? That is the question. Maybe talking to himself was what he's doing. Oh, he's saying Zero hates him. Kappa. Gotta get that Kappa in game. I'll focus on this game, says Snowy Devil. You went to Jared, there you go, getting that smite down. Not even worried about using that smite to finish off blue buff, but is gonna get it, which will give him that second level as the rest of his team makes their way back to that bottom lane. Vayne in that top lane started her poke against the J4. We'll see if she can last a late game. A nice hook from Ormass onto Patchinator. Gonna get a little bit of damage, but not too much, as these lanes start their farming. So interesting things to watch for this game will be the Brand in the mid lane. Very rare that Brand is played these days. Doesn't mean that it's terrible. Ormass being taken down, actually lower than half health there, as a nice Dark Binding from Patchinator is going to hold it in place, enough for Zero to get some good damage as well. There's a nice distance so on. The Zero is going to get a lot of damage. Didn't have the flay to follow up there. There's the heal, double exhaust for both ADCs. Orion Fudge being taken down, but he's going to use the heal to try to give his team a speed boost, as the the barrier on the top lane is going to keep Professor Rhino at alive just long enough to be able to back off in there. as both of these 80s are going to have to back off as well. However, Lucian with a slight advantage is going to stick around for a couple of farm before backing off. So nice job between both of these teams, no one dying just yet. Ormas in that bottom lane with great hooks in that top lane, a beautiful barrier by Vayne, going to keep her alive despite having to back and losing a bit of farm now underneath the tower. There's a shield from Ormas, just keeping Iron Fudge a little bit more healthier as he now is trying to farm up against with the minions. Jinx making her way back to lane. She did buy an extra ward and a lot of potions, and that is all she has. Zifros gonna find you into Jared, gonna get him rather little help, has that red buff, but very wisely backing off, playing it a little bit safe, and gonna back off from that. Still making her way though towards that top lane, wanting to keep that J4 from stopping Professor Rhino from farming. The advantage is that Professor Rhino does have that range, so it is going to be able to, if she can time it underneath the tower, farm without too much of a problem. However, laning a bronze up against a diamond is going to be rather rough, no matter what is going on. Snowy Devil being taken down to about half health here in the mid lane. First going back and forth between these two champions, nothing too crazy. J4 did go ahead and ward up there, so he does have a little bit of vision. But Professor Rhino just getting taken low every time that J4 Qs. And I think J4 should be able to back. Zifos coming in the mid lane, charging up a Q. Not going to land though, as he backs off. Does have the red buff though with the slow. The Ahri is not following up. No follow from the Ahri. So Brand is taken down to about half health there, as Vi is just going to have to back off down to about half health as well. Zero follow from the Ahri. Nice job from Professor Rhino. A great Q trying to knock Jarvan the fourth into the wall. Not going to land. Is going to get some damage. And a nice last shot though. Professor Rhino going to finish him off as he now taunts Lee Sin underneath the tower. Very low health with a flash and a tumble as well. Going to get a double kill in that top lane. A great job from that Vayne. Professor Rhino grabbing up a double kill up there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now 2-0, blue team looking very, very good at the beginning here with that. Ormas getting a nice play on Patchoneer, pulling him back. Patchoneer's going to take a little bit of damage from the Lucian, however, he's going to just back off and continue to farm underneath the tower because no reason to push when Patchoneer is about down to about a third mana there. Ormas down to about half, and that is a good factor. There he's going to get another nice death sentence and slay, and Zero is going to go down with no abilities to speak of, no heal or flash, and it's just going to be finished off. Another Dark Binding from Patchoneer though. He's not, nice Patchoneer. Dark Binding onto Orion. Ormas will last auto attack, not going to finish off. Patchoneer just baiting him underneath the tower to get the kill. Great job there. So, beautiful job from Patchoneer through the Dark Binding onto Lucian, stopping Orion Fudge from being able to get too much damage. Followed up by a Spell Shield, which negated Ormas' Flay and meant that Thresh was not able to do that. There's a nice, actually, flash from Ahri trying to get some damage onto Brand, just enough to finish him off. He did get the ultimate, but the ultimate's not going to be good on one single target. Spartan finishing off the kill as well. So, and then, as I was saying, in that bottom lane, Patchoneer just continues to walk and lets Thresh be taken out by the tower. He hoped that there could be some follow-up from his AD, hoped that there could be some follow-up from an auto attack, is all he needed to finish off Morgana. But baited under the tower, gonna go down. Spartan 2-3-4 now, gonna get some damage though. You went to Jared with the Q, and he knew that Ahri was trying to bait him in, but I don't think Ahri expected that much damage, unless he was just shopping early, and maybe that's what he was doing. You went to Jared getting a little bit of damage. You went to Jared did play in the championship Wraith Cup, so it's going to get a little bit of advantage here in the sense that he's played well. You got the stun onto Snowy Devil. Professor Rhino getting a lot of damage. There's another shot, and that is Jarvan Thorpe going down once again. Despite his Cataclysm going off, he still was stunned, and that was long enough for Vayne to just shoot him down and finish him off. The bait's are real, says Vi, Ahri baiting herself into her own death as she was waiting for Vi to come in. Whoa. I hope you guys didn't hear that. Excuse me. Zifros now finishing off blue buff once again, gonna keep getting that mana, keep getting herself healthy. Another hook from Ormas, not gonna land. Death Sentence trying to grab Jinx, but not gonna get her, just instead grab a minion. Now you went to Jared, there's the beautiful play from Ormas though, pulling Pachinier into danger's way. However, both of them are gonna find the traps, but you went to Jared with a perfect follow-up on his Q. However, is gonna be taken down to about half health there. Leaping in, a last damaging kick to Pachinier, gonna finish him off. As Ormas does a little bit of a play on Zero, just pushing him away. I think he meant to play him, well, no, he did mean to play him away, so that way Jinx did not get the last amount of damage onto you went to Jared on the Lee Sin and finish him off. There's the pings though, as Vi is making her way towards this bottom lane. They do have a ward there right in the river, so they do have a little bit of vision. There's a nice hook though from Thresh. Zero being taken very low health is going to get that trap down onto at least Orion Fudge, as they both now turn onto Vi, who gets the assault and battery onto Lucian, going to finish him off as well, and Zero picks up the kill on Thresh. That is a great job between the two. Zephyros, or Hyperos, yeah, getting a great jump, use that Q to knock them both back, soaked up the damage for a short bit, made it look like didn't have the Q, and then didn't have the ultimate assault and battery in the last second, used it to do the last bit of damage, forcing Orion to flash, and then that rocket from Jinx following through and finishing him off. Zero picking up another kill in that bottom, well I guess his first kill in that bottom lane, as he is now 1-1-1. Professor Ryan getting some damage onto Snowy Devil in that top lane. There is that silver, Silver of the Moon proc, which will do good damage because it does true damage every single time that procs, which is 3 hits on a melee champion. So Silver Bolts, there we go. The Silver Bolts proc enough to finish off a little bit of the health of Snowy Devil, who's trying to do his best to keep up here in that top lane. The damage for Professor Rhino is real. Both of these guys going straight damage route. She did get the final hour, and that is going to be enough with a beautiful contempt into the wall. Jarvan the Fourth going down once again. Now 0-3. A lot of damage to the mid lane. Yellow markers might have enough to finish him off. Ari turns around, trying to deal last bit of damage to Brand. Instead, going to be finished off by the beautiful AoE conflagration. I cannot say that word. Conflagration. Go to Jared, seeing if he can get some damage on Professor Rhino in that top lane. She does have the Cutlass, though. Used it, and that proc might be enough. He Dragon Rage kicks her into the tower. The barrier keeping her alive for just a little bit longer. Minions are about to hit her, though, and that will be taking her up down a little bit. Lee Sin now shielding to a minion to actually jump out. Using that safeguard to actually jump to a minion and walk away, leaving Vayne with about half health there as she continues to lifesteal her way up with that Cutlass. Is going to have some pretty good health. 8 kills to 4. What a crazy game. About 3k gold in the lead. Blue team so far. The purple team has been fighting very strongly to turn it around. Great job from Vi on a lot of very good ganks, as well as that Vayne doing very well in that top lane. Now 4-0. I will be sure if I ever am laned up against a Jarvan the Fourth to grab a Vi, because Vi is obviously very, very good. But you have to be a very good Vayne, or sorry, grab Vayne, because Vayne is a very good champion. However, you have to be a good Vayne player, which I am not. J4 throwing down a ward there, keep vision on blue buff from blue team. As he then makes his way towards the mid lane. Spartan with not a whole lot of vision, though, is going to go down, but Vi is here as well. That's going to be a 3v2 fight, as J4 knocks both of these guys up. That is actually Ari who flashes. However, with that Cataclysm is going to go down. Vi is going to go down, spell the death of him. Orion Fudge deciding to back out. Zero with the long-range Super Mega Death Rocket, going to finish off Orion Fudge as well. Ormas now on the wrong side of the map here. Flays Zero and Pachinator away, but very low health. Zero going to finish him off again. And that is going to be another kill. 3 kills now for Jinx, as she got kind of a double kill in that bottom lane. Lee Sin actually jumping over the wall to grab the kill on Ari. Great job watching her see where she went. J4 now jumping in onto Professor Rhino, gets some good damage. He does have that Ravenous Hydra, but there is that, that Silver Bolts proc. Professor Rhino very low health, one more shot would have finished him off. However, she did back off from the tower, not interested in going down up there, keeping her 4-0 streak. So she did get that final hour, but I don't think it's going to be enough as Lee Sin grabs the kill. J4 getting that assist in the top lane. You went to Jared, always being in the right place at the right time to help out with these kills. Now 4-1, also has that sight ward, so he has wards everywhere on the map. as he can also use those to jump around. Orion Fudge doing a nice job of continuing to farm in that bottom lane. 52 farm, but Jinx a little bit better, 58, as Zero is just doing his best to continue to grab all of these kills. 10-7. Still 3 kills in blue team's favor, about 3k gold, but they've been about that for most of the game since they've started off rather well. They are going to see that pink ward blue team, a nice death sentence from Thresh, but he's not going to engage on it as the pink ward's being taken out from Orion Fudge. Zero actually gets 2 shots, but Patchinator with that sweeping lens is going to finish off that ward in there. Keep your wolves out of my bush, says Patchinator. Does have the Soul Shackles available, that ultimate, so can engage if they want. They did get that tower in that bottom lane, that last engage as well, with that double kill from Jinx. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Patchinator throwing a ward down in the tri-bush of the purple team so they can keep vision in case the enemy pushes in. Snowy Devil coming in onto Professor Rhino, gets that ultimate. Will it be enough? Professor Rhino trying to just finish him off, however he just leaps out of it, and so he is alive. But as you went to Jared, continuing to camp in that top lane, setting himself up a nice tent. Not even worried. J4 was losing pretty hard early game, so it is only logical that the jungler would camp that top lane. However, that will, as the jungler's top lane, spell the death of Dragon, going over to blue team as they're picking it up. Spartan getting really stunned by Yellow Marcus, going to throw out the ultimate. It's going to bounce back and forth with the minions there to help out. Yellow Marcus being taken very little health, both Ignites are there. However, Yellow Marcus on the Brand picking that kill up. Jinx with that super mega death rocket going to finish him off under his own tower as he turns into a pile of ash. 11 kills to 9. Yellow Marcus showing, hey, I'm not out of the game just yet. I still have enough damage to finish off Ahri. The right fight at the right time. As the rest of blue team now push in, they're looking for this tower. Jinx with those crazy auto attacks going to finish it off. Vi decides to go in. A little bit of miscommunication as she jumps in onto Thresh, using that assault and battery. Does have the double buff, however, the rest of the team was not interested in pursuing it, instead moving towards the bottom lane to stop Onion Fudge from being able to grab that tower. Both these teams collecting here right by Dragon. A nice job from Patchinator throwing down the spell shield on herself to keep the slow from J4 from landing on her, for at least from slowing her down. She did get the damage. However, Zifros doing good damage to Lee Sin, knocking him down to about a quarter health there. The rest of the purple team is still sticking around. However, Vayne in that top lane is going to grab that tower. Dark binding onto Onion Fudge will hold them in place. Patchinator soaking up so much damage. She just does not have damage this game. Lucian being very, very low health. As a lot of damage from Zero is going to do a nice job to take down. It's actually Patchinator picking up the kill on Thresh. As the rest of the team now engages. Orion Fudge being taken very low health. Still there. Uses the flash and the jump to get himself out of harm's way. As Zero now, with that movement speed, jumping all over the map, gets a nice, tries to get a nice slow onto Brand. Not going to be enough. There's one rocket though. Will it be enough? It actually walks straight in as Yellow Marcus then turns the heat onto Ahri, finishing her off, but that is not a second tower in that top lane. Vayne taking it down. Professor Rhino doing a great job pushing while the rest of purple team was engaged on the opposite side of the map. 16 kills to 12. Now a whopping 7,000 gold in the lead. Blue team doing very, very well. Zero unstoppable in that bottom lane. Jinx 7-1. As Ahri having a little bit of a rough game, 1-5. Still trying to help out though with that pink ward. And the ace coming, I can hear it now. And the ace coming in. Says the Hype Rose. I hate your name. I hate your name. Hi, I'm new. How do I join a game? Welcome, XXMMacD2341XX. You join a game by simply being on at the same time as I'm streaming. So essentially, be on tomorrow night when I do another Shoutcast reviewer game, and you can jump into that game. I pretty much make it available every single time I can. You can find me on the custom games as well. Just look for the Shoutcast and then my Twitch stream following that. He's done after this cast, but he has a chat channel in the league. He usually gets up. He also posts the name of the game when he hosts it. Pretty new. Thank you, Abstract Lie. You are perfectly correct. I do have, you can look for a chat in the League of Legends, all you have to do is go to the little chat box in the bottom right of your main screen, and there's a little chat box you can say join chat room, and then you type into that Shoutcast guide. And I usually pull new members that have not played before from that directly into the game, as well as you can simply be on the stream, and I will get you into the game. Don't worry. So as long as you're hanging out here, you'll get into a game. It won't be tonight because I am done after this game in particular, but you can always jump into another game. As Ziphoros is actually going to jump over the wall, keep himself alive, as the rest of the blue team, a little bit scattered, are now trying to find a footwork to work from here, and it's actually Snowy Devil jumping straight onto Spartan. He has very little health. The burning might be enough to finish him off. No, gets the last minute heal. There's a Soul Shoutcast from Patchin here, doing a great job of sending a lot of purple team's members. As the Cataclysm for Snowy Devil locks in the last two members of blue team, and they are going to be finishing off a triple kill going over to Snowy Devil, as well as great damage from Vi. I think picked up a double kill in there, in that bottom lane. We're actually going to jump back and watch that in slow motion as this fight breaks out. We see blue team members a little bit scattered here, 3 of them right here, as it is actually the whole fight is a 4v5. Vayne in that top lane just continuing to farm. Ahri's already used her ultimate, jumping once away, and now a second and third time, so she does not have it to be able to escape. Snowy Devil knows that, so as the rest of the fight starts to break out, as the rest of the fight breaks out, he knows that he can jump straight onto Ahri. Thresh throwing out that death sentence there, looking for the Morgana, but not going to land. Jinx all the way down, almost at the bottom of the blue river, as the rest look at 5 members of purple team, very strong in here. Zahypros picking up at least 1 kill on Thresh, engaging, using that assault and battery on the weakest member of purple team. A nice snare from Jinx going to hold Snowy Devil, as well as that soul shackles on Patchin here. There's that super mega death rocket trying to get it to land on you into Jared. However, the jump from Jarvan IV is going to jump him into the way of that, as he gets a beautiful Cataclysm holding 2 members of blue team there. Despite the dark binding from Morgana, we're able to walk away from that one, though after a moment, because that dark binding holds you in place with that snare. So purple team not done just yet. Vayne getting some good damage onto this tower. Don't think it'll be enough to finish it off as Brain comes in with those home guard boots, looking for an opportunity to get a nice stun, but not going to land. Snowy Devil now leaping in. Professor Rhino using a great damage, using that Blade of the Ruined King to get a little bit of a speed boost, and now continuing to just tumble away. Look at this! Finishing off 1 kill on Jarvan IV, and now tumbling away down to about half health here, just destroying Jarvan IV's health. Lee Sin coming around from the sideline. Will he be able to jump on Professor Rhino? I think Professor Rhino knows that he is there with those wards. Gonna dodge, gonna get a little bit of damage though. Gonna get hooked though by the Ormass. That should be the end of her, as she tried to use the barrier to stay alive, but the CC from Ormass, too much, taking her down. You went to Jared, I think already tried to back, and so he's gonna be hit by a minion here in a second. Oh, I should probably back. There we go. Now he's finally backing off from that. So almost a double kill in that top lane from Professor Rhino, but not quite enough. Are you planning on putting up the videos from Monday on YouTube? Did I not put the videos up from Monday on YouTube? If I failed, I am so sorry. I will get to that right after the game is over tonight. Those videos will be up on YouTube as soon as possible, which should mean by the end of the night. However, Onion Fudge baiting out Zero with a last-second heal. She jumped on underneath the tower, didn't get the extra damage from the long range of her rocket because it was face-to-face. And with that last second heal and the knockup from Snowy Devil, that is Zero going down. And now there are 3 members of blue team looking to start dragging, with the rest of purple teams making their way. Vayne though with a massive damage. You took out 180, but you have a whole nother thing to deal with Professor Rhino coming in as well. That is 2 ADs the purple team's gonna have to deal with. Yeah, Zahypros taking out that ward. Gets the spell shield from Morgana. They know that they need that perfect Vi engage. She does have Assault and Battery up, so she could jump onto the AD champion. However, Lucian is not there, so instead perhaps jumping onto the most AP champion. There we go. All 5 members of purple team have now collected together, so this is a 4v5 once again for blue team. Jinx is making her way though over. The dragon is still at about half health here. Purple team does look like they don't want to engage too hard. There's that spell shield. Vi coming over the wall. That's at least Sin going in. We're gonna slow this fight down as we get crazy. Morgana getting a beautiful soul shackles on several members, using that Zanya to keep herself alive for a little bit longer. You went to Jared, very low health, should be able to escape possibly, as the Hyper is looking to grab that kill. Orion Fudge now jumping onto Patchner as well. That is Jinx finishing off J4. Now Ormas very low health, and that is Jinx actually picking up that kill as she continues to come in. Patchner is soaking up a lot of damage, but now Dragon is focusing on Patchner, and Dragon should be able to finish it off. There's that rocket. Zero using that, decides actually I might be able to finish off Orion Fudge with just basic auto attacks, and that would give me a speed boost. No, I'm instead just going to turn and finish off Yellow Marcus as well, picking up a quadra kill. Lee Sin is alive just off to this side. Super Mega Death Rocket is there available as well, so she did flash, and she's going to be chasing him. I think she does have that Super Mega Death Rocket there. Oh, he misses though, jumping instead. You went to Jared jumping to the white, however, the long range of that zap is not going to finish him off. That is a pentakill just waiting to happen, but not going to land. He's now running for his life as the rest of the blue team who finished off Dragon are looking for an operator to jump on. Zero just off to the side. He is now running underneath one tower and will be able to escape. So close. Bad manners, says the Jinx. What a great dodge from the Lee Sin, jumping over to the white to keep himself alive from that Super Mega Death Rocket by Jinx. What a great job, and that is a ruined, not pentakill for Zero. He did get death sentence, hooked underneath the tower though, going to be taking a lot of damage. That will be the shutdown going over to Lucian. However, in the meantime, Jinx did finish off the Thresh. Lucian now coming in huge triple kill on the Ahri and Vayne. Blue team members sticking around way too long. I actually need to jump over and start using the team name, Team F.A.T. That's right, Team F.A.T sticking around for way too long. If Zero didn't show up, Lee would have died to white, because she walked up and the white targeted her. Oh, because she flashed over the wall. The white targeted her instead. I fully believe that she should have used her Mega Death Rocket on that Tribush as soon as she saw him walk in there. But instead, I think she was either just not paying attention or trying to save it. But yeah, because she flashed over the wall, the white attacked her, which meant that the white showed up on the map. When the white showed up on the map, because it's attacking her, Lee Sin can actually see it. Which means that he can then Q. Now, he could have probably Q'd to it regardless because it's on his side of the map, so he probably knew that it was up, so he could still Q to it anyway, just, you know, guessing that it was there. However, it certainly helped that, it was there, or that it was there for Lee Sin to jump to. Trying to get some fancy maneuvers on a Patchner, not going to land though, being taken down to about half health there as the rest of the blue team members still once again fading and engaging around this Dragon. Blue team now in the lead. Well, they've been in the lead for quite a while, but not in the lead with kills. They usually are just in the lead with gold. About 8,000 gold in the lead. Purple did hold up a nice fight last time around Dragon, but with Jinx showing up at 5 members strong, blue team still came out in the lead. And that is the problem, that the 4v5 fights where purple team has the man advantage, they do usually win, but when it comes to straight up 5v5 fights, double ADCs, Jinx and Vayne, both who are doing really well, 12 and 4, 5 and 4. That is just too much for purple team to handle right now, unless they build a lot of Thornmails or just basic armor. So we do see that Lee Sin has started to build a good bit of armor with that Warden's Mail, as well as there's actually Snowy Devil decided to go more damage route. He's got the Tiamat and has the movement speed boost, so he's going to be moving around rather quickly. They are grouping together towards the mid lane now. There we go. Last Whisperer also finished by J4, so he's looking more for kills than necessarily tanking. But we'll see if he decides to change that, because kills isn't necessarily the way to go at the moment when blue team is such high damage in the favor. So blue team now pushing hard down the mid lane. They don't have Ahri though, so they are once again 1 member down. However, purple team not interested in engaging on that, as they are simply waiting off to the side. But has done very well this game, 4 and 3 with 7 assists. Building straight tank, grabbing that Randuin's Omen as well as the Spirit of the Elder Lizard. So very healthy. They are chilling around Baron buff. I don't think the blue team actually wants to start it just yet. Ahri did back again, so again this is a 4v5. So you're getting a little bit of damage from Ormas, throwing that zap over the wall. Look at the damage that it takes down on Ormas as they are waiting. Blue team, or purple team just off to the side. Lee Sin doesn't want to go in on that Q. That is a missed Dark Binding though. That would have been a great opportunity to fight, but J4 actually was back himself and is now home guard, ran into the fight, and now it is once again a 5v5 between these two teams as Ahri is making her way to join the fight. or to just join her team, as they're not quite fighting just yet. Blue team deciding instead of Baroning, we're going to attempt a siege on this mid lane tower. See if we can maybe take it down. Pachneira throwing out those Qs. Will it be enough? I wonder about the movement speed on that Morgana. She did go with the boost of mobility as well. A lot of these support championships are taking these boosted mobility. Allows them to get around the map quicker to help out their teammates. Allows them to get in position to throw out their skill shots. It's really kind of the boost that you're looking for. A little bit of damage. None of the Lee Sin Q or that Thresh skill shot we're going to actually land. What is that Lee Sin's Q called? Sonic Wave. Resonating Strike. That's it. Sonic Wave from Lee Sin not landing, as well as the Death Sentence from Thresh. They're both throwing people right into that bush where there are two members of Blue Team, but neither of them really getting caught. This team F.A.T are still alive, hanging around. Pachneira throwing out another Dark Binding just to see if it will land. Doesn't hurt, just to check that out. Lee Sin faking it out, starting to use that Resonating Strike to jump in, but instead the last second, safeguarding back to a minion, saying, I could engage, but I'm gonna back off from that. Now Ryan Fudge just using that culling to clear minions. That is a very powerful ultimate that now has been burned, but it does keep Team F.A.T off of the tower for Team Fluffy for a period. Oh, that's not supposed to be Team Fluffy. What is that Team Fluffy? I think that's supposed to be we're at 2 a.m. I think it's supposed to be the team name. I think we're gonna check it real fast. Yeah, we're at 2 a.m. There we go. So it is supposed to be that. Cool. So we're getting a little bit of farm. So Dragon and Baron are up. Both these teams pinging back and forth, saying which ones do we want, where do we want to push. Neither of them are really interested in engaging hard just yet. Looks like they're going to be running towards the Dragon. However, Lee Sin's making his way towards Baron. Communication lost a little bit between these two teams. Snowy Devil jumping straight onto Professor Rhino, get a lot of damage, but the damage is back as Ari turns instead. Orma's going down as well. Pachneira using that Zhonya's and gonna get the Soul Shackles onto Lucian, which means death for him. Lee Sin from the backline picking up and finishing off the kill on Vayne. Flashes out from both Brand and Spartan 324 on the Ari as they pursue on the Lee Sin and Brand. So we're gonna jump back and kind of break down what happened there in that fight, as both these teams really want to be able to find the right fight to engage on, the right time to jump in on the enemy. And both of them know that Baron and Dragon are up, and both of these are huge things to hit right now, especially with Purple Team being down so much gold, and Blue Team not wanting to give that over. So, as we come into here, Lee Sin has already decided and said maybe want to go for Baron. I'm not really interested in fighting this right now. The Snowy Devil, despite the team kind of looking like they're backing up, goes hard onto Professor Rhino. However, what he finds instead is a face full of both Ari and Vayne. And when you're the only member of your team there, that is full damage between both of these people, they're just going to destroy you. On top of Professor Rhino getting an excellent tumble through the wall, keeping him alive. Ormas now trying to come in and keep himself alive, or keep Jarvan the Fourth alive. He's going to put down the box, but it's not going to do much. Ziff is a Hypro, is going to find Lucian out, and that Assault and Battery is actually going to keep him inside of the Soul Shackles from Morgana. Finishes him off. He attempts to flash over the wall after being stunned, but is going to fail his flash and still go down. So, Jarvan the Fourth just jumping in hard is actually what kind of spelled the death for the rest of his team, as the rest of his team couldn't follow up. He thought he had enough damage to finish off Vayne instantaneously, but didn't, and so that Vayne was still alive for at least a little bit later in the fight, as Lee Sin did eventually take her down. But just being destroyed, J4 was that front line. He needed to be tanky, needed to be there for the rest of his team, and wasn't. And then the Thresh trying to jump in and save him went down so quickly, didn't have an opportunity to get off a lot of those hooks and fillets that really are the CC his team needs to be able to get the rest of the damage down. So, things to note in the future is the fact that you really need to wait for the opportunity, especially in times like this, for the death sentence from Thresh to pull somebody out of position, or at least hold them long enough for the rest of the team to engage. Cyber's waiting just off to the side to see if this Thresh is going to get closer. He's kind of fearful that somebody may be around the corner, but I think that did show, though. There we go. That's at least one member of Blue Team. They know that they're around there. This is pings back and forth. They know there's a ward there, but they're just going to recall unless Brand gets there in time to stop him. Nope, he's more concerned about the minions. So that is, I think, a third dragon going over to blue team in this game now, 29 minutes long. 27 kills to 23. Blue team still looking extremely strong. However, we just saw the damage that J4 can put out. He just has to stay alive long enough to be able to do that, as he is now finally starting to build some armor with that chain vest. So Hyperos in that mid lane, keeping the wave of minions off of the tower and enjoying the power that is Vi. 4, 3, and 8. Just that insult and battery spells the death for the enemy team ADC, no matter what the case is. Ryan Fudge getting that mini or that pink ward. Woo woo! Pink ward tower. Pink ward going down. Clearing that pink ward and then moving towards the mid lane. Looks like blue team, knowing their power, is going to collect around Baron. However, is that all 5 members? Let's see, 4 members. I don't see. There we go. That is Vi finally joining them. 5 members of blue team going ahead and starting Baron. They think they have enough damage between the Jinx and the Vayne to finish it off before purple team members get there. They do. Double ward from purple team over the wall just as Baron gets finished. So that is Baron going over to blue team as they are looking for a chance to engage with their newly found Baron buff. Jinx actually, I can't tell if she used her rocket or not. It sounded like she used her rocket. That's a little bit of an audio file weirdness. But yeah, she did not use her rocket. May have been using Zap instead, that's what it sounded like. Blue team now, team F.A.T collecting around in the mid lane, trying to hold this tower. Shouldn't be a problem with the max regen that Baron gives them. That is a lot of damage on the Yellow's marker, who did get Dark Binding. At least he continued to throw out those Qs, at least granting his team vision. Ormas throwing out that death sentence, not going to find anyone. But in that bottom lane, I think the minions finally took that tower, so that was why all of purple team members collected 100 gold. Teamwork at 2 a.m. was able to get a little extra gold there from minion wave. Minions OP indeed. Yellow marker's getting good stun off onto Hyperos, but not really the target that he wants. That spell shield from Patchinator keeping him quite healthy as he backs off from there. Just clearing the wards, going back and forth. Lisa now jumping in to clear the minions. Keep Vayne off of this tower is the goal at the moment. Do not want her to be able to take that tower as they are trying desperately to be able... That is actually a Thresh. Ormas jumping out of Patchinator, but that spell shield will stop the wall completely. The box from doing much. A nice knockup, though, will spell the death as Snowy Devil picks up the kill on Ahri. And now that is Vayne engaging and finishing off both Brand. Now Jinx also coming in. Going to finish off the Lee Sin coming around from the back line. Finishing off the Link, Jinx, and Lucian. A nice knockup there from Snowy Devil. Patchinator being taken down, very low health. However, he is going to go down to the Ignite. Triple kill the Jinx, but J4 got the kill. And now they have a tanky member Vi to be able to tank the tower. They don't even need it. They're going to finish it before the minions are even gone. Should have enough damage unless Thresh is up very, very quickly, or blue team, for whatever reason, decides not to engage. I think it's actually minions in the top lane to finish off that tower. And unless, yeah, because Vayne was engaged in battle, minions finished it off. So blue team is going to back out. Game's not quite lost, or not quite lost yet. However, they are extremely strong. 14,000 gold in the lead. 2 inhibitors in their favor. 7 towers to the 3 of purple team. 2 towers remaining in that bottom lane. That is the one lane they have not pushed, and probably the lane that they are going to look at pushing, as now purple team has to defend the base and continue to clear these minion waves as they push in. Blue team really going to have to group hard to be able to get these towers, though, because a lot of members of purple team are now strong enough to just nuke somebody down if they get a little bit out of position. Rand just going to destroy with both the Rylai's and that, the Rylai's Crystal Scepter and the Leandra's Torment, so I was looking for insane amounts of damage. Lucian as well, Triforce and Blade of the Ruined King finish. Thresh going a little bit tanky with that Thornmail, trying to deal with some of the damage of blue team. So they're able to just nuke somebody down if they catch him out, or Thresh gets a really good death sentence on somebody. However, if blue team groups, which is what they've been doing rather well so far, that is going to be the death of purple team, because they just cannot straight up fight them in a 5-on-5 fight. Every time they do, it is not good. Ormas actually got a little bit excited jumping over the wall and using that death sentence on Morgana. However, what it meant was that he tried to use the box as well, burned both Flay and the box, to try to stop her from being able to escape, but not going to be enough with that spell shield. Hard to do much when your enemy spell shields just so incredibly well. Vayne may be caught out here though. Snowy Devil jumping in, using that Cataclysm. Seer's just going to flash away. Not Professor Rhino in a bad situation. 4 members of Purple Team got a lot of damage. However, a beautiful barrier keeps her alive. Look at her go. She's got a double kill and almost a triple kill by herself as Snowy Devil now turns the damage onto Patchinator, looking for yet another kill. He already finished off Jinx and is now looking to grab yet another kill. Well, says Vayne, OP indeed. Patchinator very low health, however, Snowy Devil as well as Self. But the assault and battery from Vi gonna finish off Snowy Devil before he has the chance to come up. Patchinator walking away with slivers of health. I really kind of want to back and watch that Vayne engage once again here. Alright, so we're gonna speed up a little bit. Alright, speed up. And slow down here. Okay, so Vayne, full health, Professor Rhino with a Blade of the Ruined King, Randuin's Omen, Phantom Dancer, Last Whisperer, just so much damage. Pours it out immediately onto Ormas, flashes opposite directions, but a lot of people would think that she went. Instead, now turning the damage onto the squishier member of Brand, knowing that Ormas has a lot of tank potential with that Thornmail. Look at how low her health is, but the damage, especially with that Condemn on the yellow marker, put him so incredibly low, and she's healing. There's the barrier, though, keeping herself alive a little bit longer, getting a little bit of extra damage onto Ormas, and there's the Jinx rocket as well. She actually turned and was doing a lot of damage to Lee Sin, and then finished off the Thresh, knowing that Lee Sin was a little bit more of a viable target, and then turns around, almost finishes off Yuan Tajir. One more shot, but he just touched her with the Dragon's Rage, and that was enough to finish him off. Snowy Devil now coming in, doing a lot of damage to Zero, not even caring, and then turns it on to Patchinator. The Patchinator baits him out in the long run, a beautiful Dark Binding despite the minions. This beautiful Zonius as well, Assault and Battery from Vi, who's in the right place at the right time. Patchinator with a sliver of health as well. What a great fight. Blue team still just barely coming out in the lead on that one, as 3 members of Purple team went down to 2 members of Blue team. However, that was the 2 AD members of Blue team, the 2 of the strongest members of Blue team that went down. So it's a Hyperos using the Smite just to help finish off the Dragon real fast. Does look like the game is over at 39-41, so we're going to see the end of the game here. Game is over. Bad manners, Snowy, says Zero. Improved by the almighty LoL. GG, my friends. You and Vayne carried so hard. Congratulations on the Vayne. She apparently did extremely well. I mean, she is doing extremely well. 9 and 6. Rewatching some of those last fights because they were just crazy. As the rest of Blue team now collects together, I'm hoping we get at least one more really good team fight. We've got 3 minutes left. Really good team fight before this game is over, and it is definitely going to be on YouTube as well as on my Facebook page because it is just so incredible. This game, 36 minutes in, the Vayne in that top lane doing so incredibly well. And if I really need to start picking up Vayne apparently because she is freaking powerful, and I never knew the power that was Vayne. Maybe I'll finally find the AD that I really truly love. Patchinator throwing out one of those Dark Bindings, not going to land on anybody as you went there just shielding, safeguarding to an ally. Patchinator just standing there in the mid lane, waiting for the rest of the team to collect. That is double ADs in the bottom lane though, deciding to put all of the damage towards that last tower. 3 inhibitors up though for Purple team, so they're going to have to really protect these if they want to finish it off. Spartan there throwing out a Q just to see if it would land on anybody, but not going to. Orb of Deception is what it's called there. The damage from Zero Rock is just massive, taking Thresh down to about half health there, baiting out his shield, so that shield is going to be down for another couple of seconds longer. Spartan just jumping in straight onto Brand. Will it be enough though, being taking low health? There's Zip Hyperos jumping over the wall, Assault and Battery onto you, went to Jared, stopping that slightly tanky member as well as good AD. That is Ari actually being taken down. There is the Jinx ultimate, the Super Rocket, Super Mega Death Rocket, gonna hurt you into Jared, put him a little bit lower health. However, Brand now being taken out, or already taken out by Jinx. The Cataclysm from Snowy Devil gonna lock 3 members of Blue team. There's Morgana ultimate trying to keep herself alive. Professor Rhino just off to the side. However, that Thornmail was finished by Snowy Devil, so he's gonna be able to absorb at least some of the damage as you into Jared now jumping in. Gonna shield him for a little bit. Patchinator still alive. However, Onion Fudge with a, despite despite the Dark Binding, is still going to go down with the super damage from the Vayne. However, he was able to finish off Vi regardless of that. Professor Ryan now coming in, getting some good shots off onto it to Jared, and finishes off with that tumble and the massive damage from that. Pachinier very low health, however, just turning to get this last inhibitor, or this middle inhibitor, but they saved the bottom tower, and that's what matters, at least for now, as they turn to grab the second inhibitor. Both Thresh and Snowy Devil now coming in here. Whoa, do they have enough to finish off Professor Rhino? There's a nice death sentence from Thresh, and the Flay as well, stopping a lot of Professor Rhino's damage, getting a lot of damage onto Ormas. It's actually Snowy Devil decides to focus Morgana instead. Now jumping over the wall. She does have red buff, so she's going to get a lot of slows. However, Snowy Devil with his own slow, she does get a nice tumble and damage, but a last Q from the damaged J4 be enough to finish her off. And that is all of blue team members going down. But we still have another minute and a half to finish off the game, as purple team is going to be collecting around their towers here, just trying to keep them alive long enough. Purple team now blue team pinging this Baron, saying, hey, let's head straight towards Baron. Vayne won't be up, and Pachinator will not be up as well for a short bit. Twitch late game fucks everyone up, but it's about positioning. Same with Vayne. Triss late game is easiest late game. All you need to do is auto attack and E. Completely agree. Twitch is sitting backline, yes. Vayne is a lot more upfront and personal because she's so much shorter range. However, Twitch has great range as well as that invisibility, which basically makes it very, very hard to touch. You really need a Vi to take care of that Twitch. Just immediately assault and battery him, take him out of the fight. However, blue team is going to immediately turn on this Baron. Going to be trying to finish it off. Vayne do a nice job of clearing one ward. However, there goes a second ward. Pachinator says, my turn to clear this ward. That is Brand actually jumping over the wall. But a great last second smite by the Hyper is going to keep that Baron in their favor, as they now all turn. A last jump from Ari with her ultimate is going to spell the death for Brand. Triple kill from the Jinx. Zero now turning on to the Snowy Devil on the J4. He gets a lot of damage, however, he's just going to dodge away from the Super Mega Death Rocket, as Vi and Morgana find Lucian enough CC to finish him off. J4, the last member alive, not wanting, look at him, super low health, not interested in having the game be finished. My Smite Dough from the Vi, as the Brand ultimate was rocking through the middle of that entire team, and I believe that Lee Sin also jumped over the wall. Smite by Vi finished. He's gonna come in to finish off Zero. It is his doom that he finished off the 19-7 Jinx. Got the shutdown goal just before the base explodes and finishes the game off in the favor of Team F.A.T versus Teamwork at 2 a.m. Don't worry, they've got to go to work at 2 a.m. anyway, so they had to sleep at some point regardless of it. So what an incredible game. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out the channel www.twitch.tv/jkelton, Jakelton, and also to follow me both on Facebook, that Shoutcast guy, as well as on YouTube, youtube.com/user/that Shoutcast guy. You can find me everywhere. And I'm still rather upset at Ormast because he wasn't duo-queuing with me tonight. So don't forget that, Ormast. I'm still slightly upset at you. So, oh, I forgot to do MVP. Fuck. MVP that game.